welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm doing another voiceover today. I did a little bit of designing this morning and thought, hey, maybe you guys would like to see how things kind of come together. This is a border collection that I am creating, so it's going to have 4 pages, uh, deco boxes, the border sheets that everyone seems to love, and I'm using the most adorable little spring critter art. I love that word critter. It's ridiculous. I would name everything critters. I, for a very long time, I wasn't allowed to use that with naming anything, but I think it's been about 2 years. So what the heck? I'm actually calling this Spring Critters. It's a border collection, but look how adorable these little guys are. As I start and I'm pulling my deco into Silhouette. I design all my border collections and things like that in Silhouette Studios. It is, hey, I got a Silhouette, I got a Cameos. This is what I use. I do a lot of designing in Photoshop and Illustrator as well, but when it comes to these border collections, I'm just way quicker and more proficient because I've been doing it since 2018 in the Silhouette Studio platform. But look how cute these little guys are. I just love it. And it's not like too pastel-y. We talk about pastels all the time. This is quite, it's not really as bold as I would typically go color-wise, but these little guys are just so darn cute. I really like the little rabbit with the carrots. That is one of my favorites. So here we go. We are I'm arranging these border or this clip arts, and I'm trying to decide how to make the borders. And it's kind of coming along. Oh, look at that little raccoon. I was like, oh, that raccoon needs to be in the front. So this one is going to have two different borders. Sometimes they're both the same. It just kind of depends on what kind of art I have. I had a lot of like clip art to select from with this one. So there's going to be two separate ones that are going to go together. And there's lots of clicking. This is also sped up 3 times. And let me tell you, this video I think is like 8 minutes long or 9 minutes long. It took me over 2 hours to create this because for whatever reason, the software was not cooperating with me, and it spent more time frozen than not frozen. So I've clipped this quite a bit because it was just continually freezing because this clip art is so large, the file sizes are so large, and this software is really struggling to do anything at a timely manner. So if I was to do this even at like 3 times the speed and the whole process, it would be like an hour-long video, and no one wants to watch the screen frozen for like 45 minutes of that hour. So there we go. Here are our first, this is those extra large border sheets. So they're like 6.5 inches wide. That's that first one. Then we flip them around and we are going to make the shorter ones. So this is like for a half letter or, that short side of a 7x9 planner. Oh, excuse me. So I just took a couple of them out and then I mess around for quite a while. Yeah, see, gray screen. Uh, it spends more time on that frozen gray screen than anything. But it seems like, oh man, watching this video that we're just clipping along, not the case. Not the case. I think at this point it's like already an hour in. At one point in time I just went and got breakfast because it was just so upset with me. So we are trying to figure out how to make them fit. At first I thought I could fit 4 on here, and then I'm like, no, that's just not gonna work. It's only gonna fit 3. The one that's on there twice, I just usually flip them around, probably make it a little bit taller, and then I'll fill this sheet up quite nicely. It's just a little deer. That one with the carrots. And if you followed me for any extent of time, you know that I have a soft spot for carrots. I freaking love carrots. There's quite a few things I have designed that have carrots on them, and it's kind of ridiculous. I like carrots. And they usually come with rabbits, which are also very cute. Okay, so that sheet's done. So now I'm moving on to the deco. So I'm going to split all of these apart and they are going to become little deco that's going to go with it. So I think I make all of them like an inch and a half or 1.2 inches in height. So kind of a good size for really any type of planner that you may have. So this takes a while to just kind of arranging things, putting it here. Does it fit there? And then I got them all, and then I was one short, so I picked the little bear. I thought it was cute, so it can go on twice. Everything else is on once. And then I'm gonna pretty much get 4 rows. Yep. So I do a lot. As you can see, the red lines there are the cut lines for the machine. So once that's the cut lines that really don't make sense, I do edit them and kind of move them around, especially so we don't get really a kind of like a little petal that it's on its own. So when you take it off the sheet, it just like rips off. So we're gonna fit 4, I believe. 4 is gonna fit on here. And if not, I'm going to make it fit, whether I need to give them a little height adjustment or shrink them down a little bit. But I definitely, yeah, see they get a little bit shorter and they will stick on there. Do do. Lots of moving around. The little deer is pretty cute too with the little ears. You know, one thing I realized I never did is I didn't flip the top 2 horizontally. Usually I do that. Clearly I didn't do it this time. That's okay. And then boom, the last thing we have to do is the mixed box sheet. So I'm going to pick, I think I picked like 6 or 7 of the ones that I thought were the cutest. And they are going to go on this sheet. This sheet is super popular. I have a lot of people that just buy this sheet. And I do a lot of cutting, so I'll kind of slice things out so they fit in the corner. Look at that little raccoon, he's so cute. And these boxes are, again, are a variety of sizes from like most of them are an inch and a half, but there's 2 big ones in there, and those actually are sized to fit the big happy planner. But again, you can put them wherever. That's a very big chick. Yeah, just chop that in half. Make her smaller. Stick it in the corner. I just learned how to slice in this software like 2 years ago, and it was like I couldn't believe that I had designed for so long, not knowing how to slice. And then we're just going to change the colors. This color was from the last border collection that I did, which was the little froggies. So we're going to change the colors. Ugh, please tell me I changed that. There we go. Kind of an orange. And then there we go. This is what they all look like. Said and done. Are available in the shop. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye all.